Hi everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to my gameplay of the Grand Mafia. If you find these videos helpful, fun and entertaining, consider subscribing to my channel, and after watching this video, make sure you hit that like and share. And since my videos are mostly aimed for the beginners, subscribing and liking my videos will help YouTube spread the word for those who are looking for these kind of videos. So let's get started. In this video we're going to look at the associates, the tier 1, T1 associates, and I'm going to show you and give you my ideas of how to actually which one to choose, which one to have a lot more of, which one to have less of, and anything else in between to help you to make the most out of the game, making sure that you have the right associates to do certain tasks. But before that, let's go around and see what my gameplay is up to. Well, my mansion is at level 18 and it's progressing. So is most of my other buildings as well. So they're all upgraded to 18 as with my sort of idea, making sure that most of the buildings are, growing up at the same rate. My underboss is at level 52, and I currently have Noah as my underboss because I'm trying to aim to get most of my investment as fast as I can. Even though every now and then I might change some of my other sort of underboss gear into construction ones to improve construction, but at the moment, as you can see, mostly are level 40 gear, and they just help improve and make it fast. And recently, with the latest update, there's also this thing that appeared, achievements. So this is sort of like a progress of where things are at, and you also get rewards from it. As you can see, I've got a few, which is nice. Anyway, so that's where things are at for that. And for specialities, as you can see, I'll scroll down gently so you can find out where things are at. And you can always pause the video and see how I'm progressing it. You can see how construction and investment and diamonds are at max, and the next thing I've done is training at max. Also crew attack, you can see right there, is sort of at max because that's where you start. And the other important one is crew defense and crew health point. That means it doesn't matter which associates you're using to attack, this buff will help you improve your attack, defense and health point. And one thing which I will explain at another video in the future, the difference between attack, health point and defense, and which one you should actually pay more or concentrate on. So, but briefly, just to let you know, attack is the most important, then health point, and lastly defense. Whether you are attacking or you are under attack, those are the things that you need to look for. So making sure that attack you have at max, and health point you have at max, and then finally defense. So if you don't have much defense, don't worry. As long as you've got attack and health point, it will save you. So, but I'll explain that in a future video. So let's go back out. Okay, let me go, and I need to do some sort of training some associates. So I'm just gonna add some associates there. So let's talk about these tier 1 associates. Okay, the brawlers, gangsters, dirt devils and ghetto blasters. And if you recall, when you are starting the game, one of the steps that you need to go through, and you won't progress unless you go through that, that finger that moves around and tells you what to do, is gangsters. Is making sure that the first associate that you train are the gangsters, and you'll find out why in just a moment. So which one of these you should train more of? Okay, so don't look at what I have at the moment. Don't look at the numbers that I've got, because I've just upgraded them into T2. So that's why the numbers are not the right ones. But let's have a look at them. So let's have a look at the brawlers, which are basically bruisers. And I'm going to click at attributes, and we're going to have a look at the attributes. You can see attack, defense, and health point are 1 star, and speed is 4 star, so it's the fastest it can get. And influence doesn't matter, we don't care, that's just the influence that you get. And load capacity is the other important thing we're going to look at, is 7. So bruisers have load capacity of 7. That means they can carry a lot more than the others, because when we look at the gangsters, which are basically hitmen, and we look at the attributes there, you can see load capacity is 6. And gangsters, they have attack, defense, and health point of 2 stars. The speed is the same as the bruisers. Okay, so they're quite fast, and the load capacity is 6. So gangsters are good for attacking, and especially when you're starting under mansion level 10, you need to attack casinos, so you're gonna need those extra buffer or buffs, so extra points to attack. And if we look at dirt devils, which are basically bikers, and the attributes for them, and the attack, defense, and health point again down to 1 star, speed is again 4 star, and the load capacity is 5. Okay, so it's less than the hitmen, and which is less than the bruisers. And if we look at the Ghetto Blasters, which are basically cars, and the attributes for them, again, attack, defense, health point 1 star, speed is 3, that means they are slow, but the load capacity is 8. Okay, so which associate would you use for which tasks? So if you are attacking casinos, your best bet is to use at least gangsters and brawlers. Okay, so that means you're going to have enough power for the casino to attack, and then you're going to have enough load from the bruisers. So that's my advice. You can have your own, of course. And the next thing we want to do is, the bikers, I've been told that they're fast, but really they're not that any fast, and their load capacity is low as well. So to start, I wouldn't worry too much about the dirt devils. They're not any faster than the hitmen or the bruisers. Now, the next one is the Ghetto Blasters. And what you will need is the Ghetto Blasters, and I guess you could also use the brawlers when you are robbing the tiles, because they will give you the maximum amount of load capacity. Now if you're in a hurry, then you just get the brawlers and go to that tile, get as much as you can. But if you're not in a hurry, let's say once you've finished all your tasks and you've done all the actions attacking the casinos and the kingpins, all the tasks is done, end of your game, you've got your, let's say, your underboss in the safe house, or maybe just before you go into the safe house, you want to rob tiles, but you want your robbing to last a long time. Here's why. If you're not there, and if you got more associates than what your safe house can keep them safe from, that means when you are attacked, those associates, believe me, they're going to go, especially in the beginning, they're going to be killed by any attacker. But to save them, and keep those associates working so that they're not just idling around. You attack and rob tiles, other resources, and you try to find somewhere which is as far as you can. And if you're not in a hurry because you want to go to bed 8 hours, use the Ghetto Blasters, because that's going to take a long time to get there and a long time to come back, and you are getting the maximum capacity of load and maximum amount of time. So that way, because they're taking a long time and they're not in your turf, that means if you are attacked, you're not going to lose any of the associates because they're not there. And if you followed my tactic from my last video, how to use the smuggler, that's the one. If you use my tactic of smuggler to smuggle all the different resources and get really great ones as well, like this one here, I'm going to give 5.1 million to 8.5 million of the same resource. Of course, I'm going to exchange that. This not only saves me the resource being robbed, under attack, but I'm going to get everything into the safe as well. And I'm going to get more of it. Same goes with this one. So I've got a lot more. Okay. So that means if you look at the vault, someone attacks me at the moment, there's nothing to rob. Even if they're recon, there's nothing to rob. And then also, if your associates are not here, they're out on the tile. Let me show you. If they're out on the tile, robbing a tile, okay, I normally go to the global map, go as far as I can. Inside this gray area, everything slows down as well. So let me see what I can get. I can get diamonds. So I'm going to click the diamond. I'm going to rob it. So this time, just going to use my brawlers and my Ghetto Blasters. Even if I'm using maybe 20 of them, that's fine. I don't need that many. I'm just going to use my gangsters and dirt devils. So all of that, just over 123,000 diamond, and I've got just over that in my load capacity. So perfect. It's going to take 28 minutes for it to get there, and then however long it's going to take to rob it, and then come back another 28 minutes. So that's about, at least an hour, if not more, the whole process. So that means my associates are not only safe from being under attack, they're also being useful robbing diamonds for me. I hope that makes sense. But of course, if you are in a hurry, then you wouldn't want to engage any cars or motor cars, whether they're Ghetto Blasters or so on. So if we go into, let's say, I want some of the metal, I can rob. And here I'm just going to use them and just add a bit more of them because they've got the highest. I need 540, so I'm just going to get about just 550. 549 is fine. As you can see, it's going to take 28 minutes, but if I add any cars, motor cars, cruisers, now it's 41 minutes to get there and back. So you can calculate yourself, go as far as you can, load as much as you can, and then it will delay the process. So for now, I'm just going to get 28. Well, good. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So if you are attacking casinos, hitmen is what you need, and bruisers. And if you are attacking tiles to rob them, you need bruisers and cars to slow the process as well. So you may be wondering, why do I need bikers then? You still need bikers. You need bikers because bikers are counter bruisers. Okay, so most of the time people attacking with bruisers because they're the cheapest and you can get a lot more of them and they load a lot more. So that's why you need bikers as well to counter against bruisers and cars. So if they are attacking cars, counter wall. So if the attacker is using cars, then you need bikers. But guess what? All of this, it changes in Tier 2 associates. I mean, now you know how to find out the information and you can make a chart. But I will have all of this information on my WordPress website. That way you can follow there. And I will leave a link in the description of this video and all of my videos, so you can go there and read about it as well. It might make more sense to you than my just blabbing on conversation on this video, because it changes again at Tier 3 and changes again at Tier 4. So that's why it's important you chart them out, know your associates, know each tier, which one is powerful for what purpose, and then you make your gaming much more pleasurable because you'll be gaining more. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you find this helpful and informative and fun and entertainment. If it was, make sure you give me the like, share, and consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio, guys.